Sir, please, you don't even have to speak. Just stand beside me and sign. Her voice trembled like a leaf. I'll pay you everything I have. The man in the expensive suit looked at her, confused. She was barefoot. Her jeans were torn. Her eyes red. You want me to pretend to be your father? He asked. Yes, she whispered. Just for 5 minutes. This is Heart Echoes, where pain becomes power. If you believe that broken people still deserve love, please subscribe. A new story begins now. She had been standing outside the law office for 4 hours. Leaning against the concrete wall. Holding a cardboard sign that read, "Will pay any man to pretend to be my dad. Urgent." People walked by like ghosts. Some stared. Some shook their heads. One woman even took a photo. No one stopped. Her name was Layla. 19. She had only 18,000 Nigerian nairas left in her pocket. It was everything she had in this world. She hadn't eaten in almost 2 days. But today wasn't about food. It was about identity. 2 nights ago, she had found the letter. Old. Folded. Hidden inside the lining of her mother's bag. A letter from a woman who had died when Layla was only 6. The handwriting was shaky but clear. When you turn 19, go to Morrison & Hart Legal Office. Something with your name is waiting. But you must bring your father. Her father. The man she had never met. The man whose name was never written on her birth certificate. The man her mother never spoke of except to say, "He never wanted us." So she came here, alone. With only a cardboard sign. And a question nobody cared to ask. Why does a girl have to pay someone to be her father? She didn't want to lie. She didn't want to forge a document. She just wanted someone to stand beside her. To help her unlock whatever her mother had left behind. And that's when he pulled up. A black Range Rover. Tinted windows. Clean. Silent. Expensive. The car didn't honk. It didn't speed past. It simply stopped and waited. She looked up. The driver's side opened. A man stepped out. Black. Tall. Bald. Wearing a white suit. Quiet. Powerful. Like he didn't need to speak to be heard. Layla thought he would walk past like everyone else. But he didn't. He walked toward her. He stood right in front of her cardboard sign. His eyes scanned it. Then he looked at her. "You wrote this?" She nodded. "You'll pay someone to pretend to be your father?" Another nod. "How much?" "Nigerian naira 18,000, she said quietly. The man looked down at her sandals. One strap was broken. Her toes were bleeding slightly. He looked again at the paper. Then at her eyes. Then said, "No." He turned and began to walk away. And just like that, hope collapsed in her chest. Layla almost didn't speak. But something inside her cracked. "Wait," she said. He stopped. "You didn't even ask why." He turned slowly. Something in her voice had touched him. "Why do you need someone to pretend?" "Because my mother left something. I need to collect it. But they say only my father can help." "So you're lying to the lawyers?" "No," she said, almost in tears. "I just don't have anyone else to stand beside me." The man stared at her again. His face didn't change. But something in his eyes did. "And if I agree, what do I get?" "You get my 18,000 Nigerian nairas. That's not much. That's everything I have." Silence. The wind picked up her sign and blew it to the road. He walked over, picked it up. Folded it. Then walked past her and entered the law office. She stood frozen. Wait, was that a yes? Inside the law office, he walked to the receptionist. The girl outside. She says her mother left something. But they're asking for a father. Yes, the woman replied. We have strict legal instructions. She must be accompanied by a parent or legal guardian. Then I'm the man she's looking for, he said. 10 minutes later, she was seated beside him. Hands shaking. Heart beating like a drum. A lawyer stepped into the room. Are you Layla Azam? She nodded. And this is your father? She hesitated. The man beside her gently placed his hand over hers. Yes, he answered. The lawyer handed her a sealed envelope. It was old. Yellow. She broke the seal. Inside were 3 things. A photo of her mother. A necklace with a silver L. A letter. The letter read, If you are reading this, I am gone. But I left something for you, a piece of your name, and a path. The truth about your father is not what you were told. Layla looked up. The man was watching her carefully. You okay? He asked. She didn't know how to answer. Because suddenly, this stranger, this man she'd offered money to, he no longer looked like a stranger. He looked like a possibility. Why did you help me? She asked softly. You don't know me. I don't help strangers, he said. Then why? Because you look like someone I once lost. She wanted to ask more. But her throat closed. The lawyer excused himself. And silence filled the air. She opened the envelope again. Behind the letter was a smaller piece of paper. One line written in her mother's handwriting. If you meet him, ask him about the bench under the mango tree. She looked up at the man. He was already watching her. Do you know a bench under a mango tree? She asked. He froze. And then said nothing. He slowly stood up. You should go home, he said. We're done here. He walked out before she could speak, leaving her holding a paper. And a question she could no longer ignore. Was this man pretending?